Fitness over 40. So how would I start from scratch if I was embarking on my fitness journey at the age of 35 or 40 plus? Come the start of the new year, a lot of us get introspective about our health and fitness. And then we decide we're gonna get lean, and this time it's gonna be different. We're gonna clean up our diet, we're gonna go to the gym consistently, and we're gonna stop self-sabotaging on weekends, and we're gonna take this seriously this time around. Does this sound familiar? Yet so many of us end up falling off track within a few weeks, or at best a couple of months, marking the end of our new year, new me journey. I do love my journey, and I do love the results of my journey so far. But if I was to do this entire fitness thing all over again and start from scratch, I would do a few of those things differently. And the older one gets, the more real the struggle gets. So what would the progression look like? How do I get fit at this age? What's the best way to approach this whole thing right now? In this video, I want to share a path to health and fitness that's smooth, less injury prone, so you experience fewer hiccups along the way. Hi, I'm Rishi, and thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm a practicing nutritionist with a background in human physiology and nutritional sciences. I take a holistic and scientific approach to all aspects of health and wellness. I practice functional medicine and use food and lifestyle interventions to manipulate hormones in order to optimize one's nutrition, promote longevity and healthy aging. So if you want to hack your health span and be the best version of yourself, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you don't miss anything. For the most part, your fitness is a result of your nutrition and exercise routine. First, I'll address the components of lifestyle and nutrition that'll help you stay on track. Then I'll talk about the exercise regime you need to follow. With nutrition, you want to set up an effective routine with minimal effort. This includes how to create a calorie deficit, get enough protein, and create a sustainable meal plan that you can adhere to without much difficulty. Stick to single ingredient whole foods, quality protein meats like fish and chicken, beans, lentils, legumes, nuts, and seeds. Get plenty of whole vegetables and fruits. Starchy vegetables, sure, are good for you, but also non-starchy, green, cruciferous, leafy ones are critical. Basically, avoid ultra-processed foods and refined sugars for the most part. Instead of chasing the most popular diet or getting overwhelmed by trying 10 different things all at once, simplify your approach. Just go back to basics, remove the snacks, and take it one meal at a time. Aim for 3 fixed meals at 3 fixed times per day, 21 meals per week, and then dumb it down from there. Create 4 to 5 variations of a meal that's a lower calorie, higher protein option and has more vegetables. Now you've already fixed 80% of your diet. The crucial element is that the diet you pick needs to be sustainable in the long term and something you can adhere to without much difficulty. Which leads me to my next point, which is having a fallback plan for the bad days. Anyone can stick to the diet when they're motivated, there's no cravings, the scale is going down, and there's no hunger, while everything is going well and you can see progress. But you won't get very far on this journey because falling off track isn't a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And if you're unprepared in those instances, you can end up doing a lot of damage because once you lose momentum, then you might be thinking, well, why even bother? I've already messed up. Then one bad day snowballs into a bad week, and then a month later, you're left wondering how you've gained 15 pounds or 7 kilos. The fallback plan is there to help you minimize the damage and get you back on track as soon as possible. You can't let your excuses or your emotions drive your behavior once you're already down and you've already made a mistake. Hit that like button now to know how to make a fallback plan, and reach out to me at rishidinger.com for a nutrition plan tailor-made for you and your lifestyle goals. Now jumping on to training. With training, you need to get into the mindset of exercising regularly, ideally between 3 to 5 times a week. This routine needs to be a combination of both aerobic cardio training as well as strength or resistance-based training. I cannot emphasize enough the importance of resistance-based training. Resistance or strength training does not help with fat loss necessarily. It helps with gaining lean muscle mass. The importance of lean muscle mass is multifold. It manages the state of your metabolic health, how efficiently you produce energy, your ability to process glucose, and how insulin resistant or sensitive you may or may not be. The state of your muscles will dictate the likelihood of you developing chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes, cardiovascular issues, cancer, and even brain health. The quantity and quality of your muscles determine how easily you can injure yourself as you get older and directly impacts longevity, dictating the quality of your life or health span. Aerobic or cardio training, on the other hand, serves a different purpose. It is where mobilized fatty acids from your fat stores are efficiently used for fuel. It improves the functioning of your cardiovascular system and endurance overall. Most importantly, being able to track your progress and ensuring you're moving in the right direction is needed for self-accountability. Track your weight and measurements over time, and check out this video to be able to create your own fat loss diet plan. The same goes for your training. Show up 3 to 5 times a week, do full body workouts for 45 minutes per session, 4 or 5 different exercises, complex movements, progressive overload every week, push yourself as hard as you can, and that's really more than enough to meet most of your fitness goals. All this training has to be done while getting 7+ hours of sleep a night. This is where all the magic happens. Your actual fat loss, your blood sugar stabilization, how well your body recovers both physically and mentally, your mood, your brain health, your hormonal balancing, all happens while you sleep, which is also why it's called beauty sleep. From my experience, there's no motivation more powerful than seeing positive changes in your body. When you know that you're doing things that are sustainable, when you feel like you can keep doing it, that's when you know that you really nailed it. So here are a few things I did wrong when I went to a CrossFit gym for the first time, or even when I started lifting in the gym for that matter. When it came to just lifting at a regular gym, I would just leave the office after having sat on my ass the entire day, and I would just change my clothes and start randomly lifting weights on different machines without any proper form or technique or even warming up. So if you're just starting out, then consider getting a personal trainer or at least doing your own research on YouTube. There's a ton of good videos out there to help you out. Daily stretching, foam rolling, mobilizing, and even yoga are great practices to include in your daily routine. These are things you should do even on your rest days. This applies even more if you're taking up more strenuous training classes such as CrossFit or other high-intensity interval training classes or specific sports where the impact levels are high. Also be aware such classes have a high base metabolic conditioning or cardiovascular fitness requirement. So if your fitness isn't quite there, be careful how you start out. So if you really are just starting out and your cardiovascular fitness isn't quite there, focus on simpler sessions that you can stick to realistically without getting injured or having your motivation crushed. Do simple jogs, runs, swims, bikes, gym-based training. If you do all of this consistently 4 or 5 times a week, complemented with a healthy and sustainable diet, it's really all you need to get to your fittest version yet. Remember, motivation only gets you started. Discipline is what keeps you going, and consistency is everything. So if you're looking for someone to hold you accountable to your health and fitness goals this year, hit me up on rishidhingra.com. I offer a variety of programs based on your specific challenges so that you get all the help you need to become the best version of yourself yet.